Breaking news continues to dominate headlines as the world leans in for more details about Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin's bold plans for the future. The initial announcement was only the beginning. Behind the flashbulbs and applause lies a deeper narrative, one that reveals how this Hollywood power couple has been quietly shaping their shared path, balancing extraordinary careers with an intimate, steadfast love story that defies the odds. Moments after their first revelation, the atmosphere in the press room remained electric. Reporters scrambled to send updates, but Dakota, poised and radiant, wasn't finished. She leaned closer to the microphone, her voice low yet confident, inviting the room into a more personal space. "This journey isn't just about a house or a single decision," she explained. "It's about creating a life together, even when the world is watching." Chris Martin nodded beside her, his eyes reflecting both pride and a trace of emotion. He added, "We've both spent years chasing our dreams individually. Now, we're learning how to build dreams side by side." The crowd fell silent again, absorbing the weight of his words. Cameras zoomed in, catching the subtle squeeze of their intertwined hands, a small gesture that spoke volumes. Outside the venue, fans who had gathered since dawn erupted once more when the extended statement was broadcast live on massive outdoor screens. Some waved Coldplay vinyl covers, others clutched movie posters from Dakota's acclaimed films, blending the worlds of music and cinema into a single sea of excitement. A group of superfans from as far as Tokyo and Buenos Aires shared their reactions in real time, their voices cracking with joy as they described what this moment meant to them. Social media feeds lit up like fireworks. Celebrity friends and fellow artists began posting messages of support. Renowned directors praised Dakota's fearless openness, while fellow musicians sent heartfelt congratulations to Chris. Within an hour, the couple's names dominated trending lists in more than 20 countries. Entertainment analysts noted that rarely has a personal announcement sparked such widespread admiration, calling it a cultural moment that bridges art, love, and global fandom. But perhaps the most captivating part of the evening came when Dakota shared the story of how they reached this decision. She recounted late-night conversations across different time zones, where they would plan not just days or months, but years ahead. She described how they exchanged handwritten letters during separations, each note filled with sketches of future homes, favorite trees, and secret hideaways they dreamed of exploring together. The room listened in rapt silence, each word painting a vivid picture of commitment forged through patience and creativity. Chris followed with his own reflection, describing a pivotal night on tour when, after a stadium encore, he realized that no amount of applause could match the quiet fulfillment of planning a life with Dakota. He spoke of how their relationship taught him to slow down, to appreciate moments between the music, and to value the everyday over the extraordinary. His words resonated deeply, sending a ripple of emotion through the audience. Midway through the press conference, the couple offered another teaser, ensuring no one's attention wavered. They revealed they are developing a private artistic retreat, an expansive yet secluded space where music, film, and visual art will coexist. Dakota hinted at curated film screenings and intimate concerts, while Chris imagined workshops where emerging artists could collaborate. "It's not just a home," Dakota said with a smile. "It's a place where creativity and love will live together." The crowd gasped, realizing this was more than a personal milestone. It was a cultural endeavor. Meanwhile, aerial footage showed fans gathering in city squares around the world to watch giant live streams of the event. From London's Trafalgar Square to New York's Times Square, people stood shoulder to shoulder, cheering each new revelation. Street musicians played Coldplay hits, while giant screens replayed Dakota's heartfelt words. For many, it felt less like a press conference and more like a global celebration of art and devotion. As the evening progressed, journalists peppered the couple with questions about marriage, family, and timelines. Dakota responded thoughtfully, neither confirming nor denying wedding plans, but emphasizing that their focus was on building something lasting before labels or ceremonies. Chris added with a gentle laugh, "The future is already happening. We're just living it one moment at a time." The final crescendo came when they invited fans to follow the journey, promising more glimpses into their creative project in the months ahead. They stressed that while they cherish their privacy, they also value the community that has supported them individually and as a couple. "This isn't just our story," Dakota concluded. "It belongs to everyone who believes that love and art can grow stronger together." As lights dimmed and the event drew to a close, applause thundered through the hall, echoing like a standing ovation at the end of a world tour. Analysts predict this announcement will inspire a new wave of collaborative projects between musicians and filmmakers, calling Dakota and Chris a living blueprint of modern partnership. Now the question lingers in the minds of millions. Will their retreat become a legendary haven for creativity? Will a wedding quietly follow this monumental reveal? One thing is certain, this chapter of their lives is only beginning. Before you leave, share your predictions and hopes for Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin in the comments. Do you envision a groundbreaking artistic movement, a romantic wedding, or something the world hasn't even imagined yet? Hit that like button and spread the story to fellow fans so they can be part of this unfolding history. Stay tuned, because as Dakota and Chris have made clear tonight, their greatest duet is still to come, and we'll be here to bring you every note of it. The excitement surrounding Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin's revelation only grew stronger as the night wore on. Even after the cameras stopped rolling inside the press venue, the world outside seemed unwilling to let the moment fade. News outlets scrambled to publish fresh updates, and commentators on late-night shows devoted entire segments to analyzing every subtle glance and phrase the couple shared. It wasn't just entertainment news anymore. It had become a global cultural conversation. In Los Angeles, paparazzi helicopters traced lazy circles in the sky, hoping for a glimpse of the couple as they left the building. Streets surrounding the venue buzzed with activity. Fans pressed against barriers, holding signs that read "Love wins" and "The future is now," while street performers serenaded the crowd with acoustic versions of Coldplay classics. The atmosphere had the electric feel of a festival, proof that Dakota and Chris's story resonated far beyond typical celebrity gossip. Back inside, as the couple wrapped up private interviews, they were asked what this decision meant for their individual careers. Dakota smiled and answered with quiet certainty, "Our art doesn't stop, it evolves. We're building a space where our creativity and our lives can flourish together." She explained that the retreat they envisioned would host workshops for up-and-coming artists, film screenings under the stars, and music sessions that merge genres and cultures. Her words suggested a legacy project that could inspire generations. Chris added more color to the vision. He spoke of designing intimate stages for impromptu concerts and building recording rooms open to natural landscapes, studios where the sound of ocean waves or mountain winds might become part of a new Coldplay track. "Art comes alive when it breathes," he said, his voice carrying both excitement and a sense of responsibility. The idea that their personal milestone could birth a global creative movement captured imaginations everywhere. Meanwhile, reactions from around the world poured in at breathtaking speed. A-list celebrities posted heartfelt congratulations. Oscar-winning actors praised the couple's courage to share such a personal dream, while Grammy-winning musicians expressed eagerness to collaborate at the future retreat. Well-known directors speculated that this could spark a renaissance of cross-medium artistry. By midnight, major landmarks, from the Eiffel Tower to the Sydney Opera House, were illuminated in soft yellow lights as a spontaneous tribute organized by fans online. Across continents, ordinary people found inspiration too. In Jakarta, a community art collective planned a mural in honor of Dakota and Chris, blending Coldplay lyrics with scenes from Dakota's films. In Rio de Janeiro, a local radio station announced a week-long celebration featuring music and movie marathons highlighting their work. Social platforms filled with personal stories from fans who said the couple's announcement encouraged them to chase their own creative dreams and nurture relationships despite distance and demanding schedules. As the world celebrated, the couple retreated briefly from the spotlight to spend time with close friends and family. Sources close to them shared that the evening ended in a quiet, candlelit gathering overlooking the Los Angeles skyline. They toasted with vintage wine, laughed over memories of secret getaways, and even played unreleased snippets of music Chris has been crafting, melodies rumored to be inspired by Dakota herself. The following morning, the story showed no sign of slowing down. Major newspapers featured front-page headlines like "Dakota and Chris, a new blueprint for love and art," and "Hollywood's golden duo sets a global trend." Analysts on business networks discussed how their future retreat could boost ecotourism and reshape the way celebrity-driven creative hubs operate. Culture critics called it a union of hearts and minds that could redefine artistic collaboration in the 21st century. During a surprise follow-up interview with the morning show, Dakota and Chris shared a few more details that reignited the frenzy. They hinted at hosting an inaugural festival at their retreat, an intimate gathering of musicians, filmmakers, and fans. Dakota described the vision of a midsummer night filled with music under endless stars, while Chris teased that Coldplay might debut brand new songs written specifically for the occasion. Viewers flooded the show's comment section with pleas for tickets and live streaming options, ensuring another round of viral excitement. Through it all, the couple remained grounded. They emphasized that their relationship's strength comes from ordinary moments, cooking together after long workdays, quiet hikes at dawn, and reading each other's favorite poetry. "The big announcements are wonderful," Dakota said softly, "but what keeps us going are the small, everyday joys we share when no one's watching." As the sun set on a second day of nonstop coverage, it was clear that Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin had done more than announce a plan to build a home. They had sparked a movement of creativity, love, and hope that spanned the globe. Fans now wait eagerly for the next update, whether it's a glimpse of the retreat's first stone being laid or the unveiling of a surprise artistic festival. Before you leave this story, share your thoughts below. How do you imagine their artistic sanctuary taking shape? What kind of collaborations would you love to see emerge from this extraordinary union of music and film? Hit that like button, subscribe for the latest updates, and spread the word so fellow fans can be part of this once-in-a-generation moment. Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin have proven that love can be both private and inspiringly public, and the world will be watching and listening as their greatest creation begins.